All right, guys, we're going to talk about our diagnostic little gauge setup here. So I just use a Bluetooth OBD connector it's called from BAFX. It's a Bluetooth connector, and it goes straight into the OBD port. It's right down here in the driver's side for me. So it plugs in and then it connects over to, I just have a Samsung tablet. It's a cheap one. I don't know what model it is. We just had it laying around the house, but yeah, just any Android tablet this BAFX will work with. It doesn't work with Apple. There are adapters that do work with Apple, and I think BAFX has one that works with Apple. And as far as the apps that take the data, I use two apps. I use Torque Pro. Torque Pro is like my probably my favorite when it comes to just the gauges and reading data. It's really easy. You can pull up, as you can see here, I've got my page. So I can see IPR, I can see injector pulse width, I can see, this is the map and the boost numbers. They're pretty much the exact same. You can see the HPOP numbers right here. I can see my trans temp, I can see my engine oil temp, I can see torque converter slip, torque converter line pressure, and even what gear I'm in. This is just what I choose. There's a wide range. You can come over here. I have another one. This is what I like to do to see ICP or IPR. I got ICP voltage, IPR, HPOP. I can see just a lot of different things, and really simple to use. Sorry, my tablet does this every time I just turned it on. It's really easy to use. You can come in here, you can hold down on the screen, it'll come up add display. There's tons of videos online about how to get how to set them up. From here you just kind of pick how you want the gauge to be shown. I like the dial needle, and then there's a whole bunch of different stuff, and you have to go through and add the specific Ford. You can find videos on that online, but you can come through and you can find things like boost, battery voltage, accelerator pedal position. You can go through and do engine oil temp, like exhaust back pressure, fan speed, just things like that. And if you have like a 6.0, you could do your FICM, main power, things like that. Fuel injector pulse width showed you that. Fuel level. There's just a whole bunch of different things that you can add into it. And so this is really useful for while I'm driving, just being able to gauge and look at the different, make sure my tranny is not getting too hot, check my boosts, you know, things like that. Coming over into the second app, that's ForScan. I like using ForScan. You can read all the data just like you could. It's a little complicated. I still don't completely understand it, but more importantly, you can run tests through ForScan. So if I turn this on, turn the car on, connect it up here to the adapter. We'll just let it connect. I don't know what it's feeling. I've never seen that before. All right, I'm having a little trouble. I got to update my app. But ForScan, you can run tests like injector buzz test or cylinder contribution test, all the key on engine on or key off engine or key on engine off tests. You can see how all the electronics are working. You can run all the cool tests that you can pretty much do with the big fancy scanners. The ForScan app's about $5. I think Torque Pro was somewhere between 5 and 10. And that connector cost me, I think it was $20. And then obviously a tablet. I just have my tablet. But yeah, you can get those apps and you can get a nice cheap scanner instead of paying all that money for the real expensive ones that do the same exact things. And they can go along with the mechanical gauges. I got my EGT here. I'm soon going to add a couple more. But you can do all the tests, you can do all the diagnostics, you can see how the engine's working through any tablet or your phone. So that's our setup. We like it, use it a lot, and helps us keep the truck running. Thank you guys.